Right, on Saturday, Sime Brown, seen here wondering why there's a bed leg being brought into the room, tried to blame the Labour Party for issues leading to massive wholesale power prices because of their ban in 2018 on oil and gas exploration, a process which nets results in just 10 short years. And this is a true fact, 2018 was less than 10 years ago, and ignores the fact that no new oil or gas reserves were found under John Key's leadership either. On Sunday, Tama Portaka, seen here finding out fellow Hamilton MP Ryan Hamilton was once a member of Destiny Church, announced that the government had reduced the number of people in emergency housing by 30%. Of those, he said 50% had gone into private housing, 30% into some form of social housing that the Labour Party built, which the National Party has slowed down to a snail's pace, but he still took credit for, and he couldn't account for at least 20%. And it's probably a total coincidence that homeless groups say that the problem's the worst it's ever been, and MSD have been ordered to be harsher on people needing help with their rents, and tent cities keep popping up all over the place. Total coincidence. On Monday, the Police Association called for the Prime Minister to sack Minister Nicole McKee. She was basically doing very secretive things and trying to work out what it was that she wanted to change in the gun law reform. She's actually pictured here showing the Police Association where they can stick their opinions. She told the Police Association that they were being paranoid, and this is going to be a new law that keeps them far too busy to deal with things like investigating ACT Party presidents. The closing ceremony of the Olympics had another world map which didn't have New Zealand on it because there's nothing more French than ignoring people who refuse to speak anything other than English. The Games are being touted as our most successful ever after record investment in high performance sport by the previous government saw success across multiple sports. And not a single one of our athletes made world news for bad breakdancing or having multiple poles in the pole vault. It's been a big week for Social Development Minister and beauty pageant lover Louise Upston, seen here grinning like she's won the lottery after announcing a new range of punitive sanction increases on beneficiaries, which have been called reductive, dehumanizing, cruel, and ineffective by experts. In response, Upston said, "Thanks, we tried." Upston also faced the media when announcing changes to Whaikaha, changes which experts have called reductive, dehumanizing, cruel, and ineffective, to which he responded, "Oh, you guys, I didn't think you'd notice." On Wednesday, the Reserve Bank Governor Adrian Orr, seen here breaking out his Paso Doble moves, announced the reduction of the OCR for the first time in years. When asked if government spending was the reason for this, he said government spending, including tax cuts, are expansionary, but pointed out that the rest of the world had governments that have actually got their shit together and that offset the inflation rates. When asked for a comment, Prime Minister Chris Luxon said, "I made this. I'm a clever boy." Clever was spelt with a K. Te Whatu Ora Commissioner Dr. Lester Levy, seen here showing the health sector how many staff will be left in hospitals at the end of his tenure, announced massive reductions in the department's commissions office. This is the organisation that works with health providers around the country in areas like rest homes, care centres, and medical offices. The department is now running with less than half the staff it began with. While he made assurances this backroom cull will have no impact on frontline staff, the people who organise things like patient meetings, order equipment and supplies, plan work schedules, and sort payroll were all too busy supporting doctors and nurses to believe him. And Police Minister Mark Mitchell, seen here applying to be the next Gerber baby, once again made claims he can't back up. Sorry, I should probably clarify because he does this so often. With this government, you might need specifics to work out which issue it's happening to this time. He specifically made this claim about the New Zealand Defence Force again being frontline contact points for their children's boot camps, but couldn't provide any evidence of this after NZDF once again said that they were not. Mitchell actually promised before the election that if crimes rose during his first year as police minister, he'd quit. And data released this week shows a 17% increase in retail crime, along with a rise in violent crime. And I'm sure he will absolutely follow through on his promise, said no one ever. And finally, news that came out today, it was announced that the government has appointed Dr. Melissa Derby as the new Race Relations Commissioner. As a founding member of the Free Speech Union and someone who supported raising funds to fight the legal challenge to allow alt-right white supremacists Lauren Southern and Stephen Molyneux to use Auckland Council venues, there's bound to be no issues at all with her in the role. Yeah, great fun with these people. The government at the same time also announced the new Chief Human Rights Commissioner, a man by the name of Dr. Stephen Rainbow, who is a long-time advocate for gay rights. And I'm sure that he has no other issues at all that would ever crop up and be problematic with him being in charge of human rights. And that's it for the news.